Today's episode of the Rough Drafts Podcast is brought to you by the newly updated sportsbook at unicorn.com. Unicorn has been a sponsor since the beginning, and this is honestly the best looking and most convenient the site has ever really been. Their new TV guide style layout has made finding and betting a breeze, and with a newly designed and intuitive bet slip, all the information and even access to multi-bets are at your fingertips. I've already gotten started with my LPL and LCK outrights, and even though it's only been a day into the regular season, KT has already let me down, but Unicorn won't. So check out unicorn.com, the world's premier esports betting site. Hello Internet, my name is Walter Ceades Fedczuk, and I am your Guess the Line's World Heavyweight Champion. And that matters because this is the EULCS Week 5 Just the Lines episode. I'm not going to do the whole thing. It's too much of a tongue twister. It's summer, it's Week 5, it's Europe. That's all that matters. And apparently, Chase is so desperate to make sure he gets this point that he is on his lunch break, in his car, parked in a random parking lot in the middle of Seattle, just so he can attempt to get this point away from me. So, at least it's not a van down by the river, Chase.
That's true. Also, not really random, since this is where I work. It would be kind of weird if I, took my lunch break and then drove to another completely random parking lot. But you know what?
I mean,
I'm a man of integrity. I'm a man who believes in achieving that kind of greatness. And if I'm going to beat you this season, after all of the trash talk you've sent, I want to beat you hard. I want every single point that can go my way. So let's see if I can keep increasing this lead that I have, because I'm feeling pretty good about how this season's gone so far.
It's actually really good you showed up, because my lawyer said you had no legal recourse if I came on the show and pretended to give your picks to the people. So it's actually a good thing that you did show up, because you would have had something crazy like Ninjas in Pajamas at -120 against Unicorns of Love, or something ridiculous like that. So it's a good thing you showed up, because I want to win. Fair and square, I guess. So,
let's see how this goes. Let's talk some lines, man.
Yes, let us talk some lines. So just to recap, after last week, we went 1-2 last week. We got the Unicorns of Love beating G2. The Misfits Vitality getting first blood thing didn't work out. And Fnatic and H2K didn't go to 3 maps.
Yeah, I remember now why we don't bet on first bloods. It turns out it's a really dumb bet, and I felt bad the second that I watched that game. I was like, why did I bet on this? Why am I counting on Joko being able to get first blood in this game and do something against?
Because that's all he's good at, is getting first blood. But with that being
18% this season. It's First Blood King is an overrated title. I'm going out there, unpopular opinion. First Blood King is a bad title. It curses you. It's not sustainable. Let's stop.
I'm just going to rewind 2 years to Rock at Fanboy Chase when Jankos was on the team. He's the First Blood King! He's the First Blood King! Blah, 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 blah. But that being said, that puts us at 7-5 on the year. 7 won bets, 5 lost bets. But we are still $278 unicorns, smorgasbords, francs, whatever imaginary currency you want to use if you're in the United States. We're 278 up. That is in the black. That is free money if you so chose to listen to our smart money bets. And with that, we are going to guess the lines here in Europe and give our smart money bets for the week. Chase, you just slobber knocker of a match to kick off Europe this week. Ninjas in Pajamas versus Mysterious Monkeys. Who do you got, and what's the line?
Well, obviously, I'm in a star-studded series that everyone's been waiting for. 2 titans of the European scene, I think it's safe to say. I went back over some Mysterious Monkeys footage from last night, and I think they're actually okay with Kikis now that he's back in there. His stats didn't necessarily reflect the map pressure that he was bringing to the team, and I feel a little bit better on a second watch of them. So I feel like the gamblers are going to feel the same way that I do. They're going to have Mysterious Monkeys, but they still haven't won a series, so it's not going to be by much. I have it at -140 for the Monkeys.
Well, you're wrong on 2 points here. The first thing you're wrong on is the line in and of itself. I said Ninjas in Pajamas at minus 130 because Ninjas in Pajamas were ahead of the Mysterious Monkeys in the outrights. Hint, hint. It is NIP at minus 125.
That's so dumb.
Mysterious
So dumb.
Monkeys are at minus 105. And Chase, you're not right about the gamblers either. The 81.25% of bets are on Ninjas in Pajamas according to unicorn.com. Only just under 19% of bets are on Mysterious Monkeys. And honestly, I think that's kind of an interesting line. For this series
CSGO fans. Like, this is like the difference between the Mysterious Monkeys brand and the Ninjas in Pajamas brand. If you're just a general esports fan.
Also why I had them above Mysterious Monkeys.
Yeah, no, I made my mistakes. I'm not going to back down from it. I think Mysterious Monkeys at minus 105 is not a terrible bet, though hopefully we can get some better value elsewhere.
Yes, 3 maps for that series is also at minus 105. Moving on to Fnatic versus Splice. Chase, do Splice have a chance of getting a map in this series?
Oh yeah, I think Splice is going to take a map in this series. I said it yesterday. I think this is going to 3 maps. I think this is a very talented Splice team, and a Splice team that right now has built an identity for themselves in being able to split, push, and roam effectively, especially now that Senkux has really turned it on in that regard. Very much thematically a similar team to Fnatic. Fnatic, obviously, Reckless has been just this monster split pusher. He can play the cannon and just devastate opponents, and then of course when he shows up to a team fight, he just cleans house. But at the end of the day, I feel like Fnatic are a little bit sharper. I just feel a little bit more crisp as a team. I think Broxa is a significant advantage over Trashy at this point in their careers. But I think it's going to go to 3 maps. I have Fnatic as the favorites, but I didn't make them heavy favorites. Added minus 200 for Fnatic.
Again, you are wrong. I said Fnatic at minus 300 because I think everyone's going to overreact here, and the casinos have sort of overreacted. It's Fnatic at minus 357. That puts Splice at plus 250.
Whoa! Okay.
Told you.
That's probably worth a flyer right there.
Fnatic to 2-0 is at plus 100, which is, to me...
We remember Fnatic lost to Roccat, right? Like, we all remember this? This wasn't just a fever dream we all had in the middle of the night. Minus 357, come on, stop it. You're making that up.
It's Fnatic. It's Fnatic.
Whatever, that's great value for us. I think Splice plus 250, lock that in now. That is way too much value for a Fnatic team that is due to have either a bad Ceades game or a Brox maybe makes a little bit of a mistake. He's still a young player. Like, I don't feel like he's going to go unpunished for forever. I feel like Reckless, his desire to split push all the time means that there's a chance that Fnatic get caught out in a team fight. Like, I think Fnatic probably wins the series, but I thought it was a 2-1. For plus 250, lock that in. I want that value right there. That's insane.
That's fair. You mentioned 3 maps. That is 3 maps are at plus 125. I bring up the Fnatic 2-0 at plus 100 because that sort of is the mark that I look at for when the casinos have someone as overwhelming favorites, is when that 2-0 for the favorite hits like plus 120 and goes into, minus 110, minus 115, et cetera, et cetera. So I thought that was interesting to bring that up. Roccat versus Vitality, the game no one wants to watch, but everyone will for some inexplicable reason. Chase?
Hey, I want to watch. Hashtag set the rules. Hashtag Roccat win. Hashtag Roccat minus 225. This Vitality team is not very good.
I had Roccat at minus 175. You are just going to barely get this. It is Roccat at minus 208, which puts Vitality at plus 155.
That's a fair line.
What's the what line?
I just said that's a fair line.
Other interesting ones, Roccat to 2-0 is at plus 155. Not going to happen. 3 maps are at plus 105.
Okay. I might come back to that.
We might come back to that one. Moving on, Misfits versus H2K. Chase, what is the one thing Misfits need to do to win this series?
They need to be a smarter team than than this H2K team is. Like right now, H2K have proven that they get by because they are a more talented team than the rest of the teams in this league. They have so many individual players that you would put in the top 3 or top 4 at their positions. I put every individual on H2K on my all-pro list last split. I think they're very talented individually, but there is no team play if they fall behind. If they're forced to come up with the interesting play, if they're forced to make the move around the map, if they're the ones that have to try to find a comeback mechanic, it's just not in their skill set. And I'm tired of pretending like they're somehow going to turn the switch. This team has never turned the switch. As good as as many Coach of the Split awards as Prawley has, we've got 2 of them. I think that he's built a single system and has not innovated on that system in far too long, and teams are taking advantage of it. So Misfits have to be able to play the map better. They have to play and split push better. They need to be the more intelligent team. I have H2K at -130. I think the casinos are still going to back them, but I think this is a very close series.
I thought it was a little bit higher than you. I said H2K -150. The casinos say we're both idiots. This is an even series.
Nice.
-115 all around.
I'm happy with that. We're 2-2 with 2 games left to play, and they should be high lines. This usually ends well for me.
There is
also, I think that's entirely fair. These are very close teams.
There's no value in this series at all. 3 maps is at -105. H2K is for a 2-0 is at +250. 3 maps is probably the most value out of this series. Period. Probably is going to happen.
Time to bring back a podcast stable. Stay away. Don't do this to yourself. It's going to be a great series. Enjoy it. Don't bet on it. I have no idea what's going to happen. Both of these teams have been so inconsistent. But when they're good, it could be quite fun. So just enjoy the series. Don't bet on it, please.
And we bounce from that into 2 almost assured things. Mysterious Monkeys versus G2. I'm not even going to waste analysis on this anymore. Chase, what's the line?
-1,000.
So see, when I was picking my lines, I said Chase is going to do -1,000 for both of these. I'm going to go above him. I said
Really?
G2 -1,500. It's G2 -1,666.
Okay.
So the pressure is on you as the Unicorns of Love and Ninjas in Pajamas come up. For this series, underdog, Mysterious Monkeys +700.
Stop it. No one's asking for the Mysterious Monkeys underdog.
Literally just saying what the underdog line is because we say the underdog line for every single other team. So Mysterious Monkeys +700. If someone actually puts money on that and wins, it would be like if you put money on the New England Patriots. Nah, I'm not going to go there.
Stop
Moving on.
You'd be on the Podcast Hall of Fame. If you bet on that and it comes through, we will give you a segment in next week's episode. We will shout you out. We could even put you on the show. Whatever you want. You will be in the Podcast Hall of Fame.
Not whatever you want. No, my lawyer is sitting here saying, Chase, shut the hell up.
Okay, maybe I want to step too far.
Moving on. Ninjas in Pajamas versus Unicorns of Love in the match of silly nicknames. Chase, who wins and why?
Unicorns of Love, because they're a really good team. And I feel like I need to stress this to Unicorns of Love fans, because I get people who still misread some of the things that I say or that I write for my LCS Predict stuff. So very clearly, the Unicorns of Love right now are a top 2 team in Europe. No doubt about it in my mind. They and Fnatic are fighting for the 1 seed as of right now. We'll see how it goes by the end of the split, but right now, they're a great team. They're going to take care of business. I have it at -1,000.
That being said, you underestimated the Unicorns of Love once again. I said Unicorns of Love -1,500. It is Unicorns of Love at -1,250. So we split it because we were both equidistant from each other. But that doesn't really matter because, Chase, I'm kind of looking at the scoreboard here, and I win 4-3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There it goes. I was not expecting you to go above me at the 1,500. That was a great meta play by you. I'll give you credit for that.
I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson pretty well. So that makes us now 6-4 in the season series. And Chase, you might want to get used to living out of your car because I'm about to take you to the cleaners.
Is that how this works? I didn't realize the stakes were so high.
They are. They are incredibly high.
You're talking about taking me away my living place. This shit got real fast.
Hey man, anything for this imaginary belt that I swear to God I'm not designing and ordering. I promise. I promise that's not happening.
10 out of 10. Well, but you know what? Shout out to everyone who listened. I hope you guys take our betting advice. You can find me at RedShirtKing.
We have smart money bets.
Oh, smart money bets. Right. Well,
smart money bets. We both were like, and then I'm like, oh yeah, we have to. So you like Splice plus 250.
Splice plus 250, and I also want Splice and Fnatic going to 3 games. That's a good hedge.
Okay. Fair enough.
One of those bets comes through.
There. Splice wins. The only way Splice wins this is if it goes to 3 games. So it's like either you get all the money or you get some of the money.
Yeah, we'll be fine. The only way we lose is if Fnatic 2-0s. If Fnatic 2-0s, well, you know.
It's only plus 100.
Doesn't matter.
So.
Splice is good. I believe in Splice.
Splice is good.
Marty, if you're listening to this, I believe in you, man. I believe in Splice.
Roccat versus Vitality plus 105.
For 3 maps?
For 3 maps.
Yeah.
That's the only other one that has like
yes.
some value.
Yeah, because that game's gonna be a mess. I mean, you could talk me into Mysterious Monkeys. What's the underdog line for them?
Mysterious Monkeys are minus 105.
Which is the same as their 3 maps.
Yeah. In all honesty, the first 4 games of the week, I would take plus 3. I'd take 3 maps on all of them. H2K versus Mysterious Monkeys versus NIP at minus 105, Splice Fnatic at plus 125, Vitality Roccat at plus 105, and H2K versus Misfits at minus 105. Like in all honesty,
let's do the plus 105 because that's because we only do 3 bets in our smart.
Yes.
That's for Europe.
Yep. I am saying, but I'm saying personally, like all 4 of those matches will probably go to 3 games.
Sounds like
so. Our smart money bets for Week 5 of the European LCS Summer Split: Splice at plus 250 to beat Fnatic. Fnatic versus Splice to go to 3 maps at plus 125, and Vitality versus Roccat to go to 3 maps at plus 105. This has been an interesting podcast out in the middle of nowhere in Seattle, Washington, wouldn't you say?
Sure. Yeah. Let's pretend that it's not right outside of my workplace. I love this idea that as soon as I enter the car, I'm just taken to this magical dimension. But look, if you want to talk to me about anything I said today, I'm at RedShirtKing. Love talking to you guys. If you like watching games with us, we do that on our Discord quite often nowadays.
Yes, we do.
Excuse me. And this is what happens when I lose a round of the Guest Lines Challenge. My health goes with me.
He gets physically sick. That is correct.
It sickens me that you beat me by going higher on me on those 2 lines. That is a terrible way to lose. It feels bad. I feel bad. But hopefully the podcast made you guys feel good and you enjoyed it.
Listen, there's a reason.
I'm sacrificing my health in this car.
Listen, there's a reason I'm the Guest Lines World Heavyweight Champion and you aren't. And you guys can applaud me for my genius at Ceades_LOL. It's funny that that's the part that you're actually like really kind of like annoyed about yourself, that I went higher than you on those lines, and not that I picked Ninjas in Pajamas over Mysterious Monkeys because 5 weeks ago Unicorn had outrights and clearly said, we think Ninjas in Pajamas are better than Mysterious Monkeys, and neither of them have won a map, so neither of those things have changed.
Look, when you do your research properly, I can be proud of you for that. When you beat me by mind gaming me as a person, as a bettor, that's when I feel bad. So, feels bad, man. This week of European action should be interesting. I really want to see Fnatic and Splice, but Rift Rivals is what we got to get hyped for, because that's coming. That's going to be... Well, you say that you're a North American fan, so yeah, you're not looking forward to it. But as someone who loves the European teams, I think this is going to be a great time.
We certainly shall see next week when we talk about Rift Rivals. But we have one more show coming out for you this week. We have our NALCS preview and Guest Alliance show that should be out later tonight/tomorrow, depending on time zones. So until then, goodbye, Internet. You can follow the Rough Drafts Podcast on all your favorite social media sites. Twitter @RoughDraftsPod, Facebook.com/RoughDraftsPod, SoundCloud.com/esportsroughdrafts, YouTube.com/RoughDraftspodcast, as well as on iTunes by searching for the Rough Drafts Podcast. The Rough Drafts Podcast is supported by our lovely Patreons at patreon.com/RoughDraftsPod and by viewers like you. Thanks for listening, and goodbye, Internet.